right, so we're going to address this story here for everyone to see and hear. So, turns out there is a three-way fight, triple threat. It's not going to be a fun threesome. It's going to be a very interesting threesome. Well, I shouldn't even use that word. Well, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Thomas Massie. What's going on? Well, obviously, there's a huge fallout between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, but also a huge fight now between Thomas Massie and Donald Trump. And this is going to be for the future of MAGA, as well as the fact of, can somebody within the Republican Party actually stand up against the Trump machine, not only defeat a backed candidate of Donald Trump, but also be the only person within the GOP to call out the big, beautiful bill, say for Senator Rand Paul, who's also probably going to be facing the wrath of Donald Trump. Now, I have my criticisms of Thomas Massie, and I do invite him to be a guest on the show. He did recently follow us on X, which is okay. Hey, actually, that's the first major person of any of the two-party system to actually follow Hardlands Media. We have libertarians follow the show. We have Green Party and socialist people follow the show. Representative Thomas Massie is actually the first Republican politician to follow the show on X, which is okay. Hey, that's a milestone mark, but he's getting money from Elon Musk. So there's a story behind all of this. It's from beginning to end to beginning, what really happened here. So let's first talk about Trump and Musk. And the thing is, Elon, you should have looked more into Trump's history in regards to people who give him money or think that they're owed a favor from him. And for anyone who hasn't seen it, check out the movie The Apprentice on Apple TV. It's actually worth it because you'll get a better understanding of who Trump is, possibly. It's an interesting film. I recommend it 10 out of 10, but all of you should know what exactly kicked things off here and what probably has caused Elon Musk to weigh in on the fight between Thomas Massie and Donald Trump. So, U.S. President Donald Trump has suggested that Elon Musk should be investigated by his own department, talk about karma, Department of Government Efficiency, which a tech billionaire formerly headed for allegedly benefiting excessively from government subsidies. SpaghettiOs. Musk, a former Trump ally, stepped down as head of DOGE last month amid disagreements with the president over so-called big, beautiful budget bill, which includes a $5 million. I'm so sorry. I screwed up with that. Nobody clipped that. $5 trillion debt ceiling increase. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO has repeatedly criticized the legislation, saying it undermined his work with DOGE to cut federal spending. The tech billionaire attacked the bill and its supporters again on Tuesday as the U.S. Senate began voting on amendments to Trump's 940-page proposal. Every member of Congress who has campaigned on reducing government spending, then immediately voted for the biggest debt increase in history, should hang their head in shame. So you know what that means? Don't be surprised if those so-called Democrats who are holier than thou are going to be like, yes, Elon, money us, please. That's what's going to happen. And you know something? Again, anyone to vote blue, no matter whose sphere, who thinks that this is a good thing, just remember, like, look, these Democrats don't give a damn, and they're hypocrites. So I'm willing to bet that, yeah, there's going to be some Democrats who are going to want that Elon money.
And here's what I think about it.
Yeah, that's what I think about it. And they will lose their primary next year if it is the last thing I do on this earth. The entrepreneur also reiterated his call for a new America party. Oh, God, Greens, libertarians, look, I love you guys. But seriously, get your act together. I'm not going to be nice to you in 2028. I'm not. I need to see some stuff, man. Please. Please. I say it out of love. To be formed to serve as an alternate voice to the Democrat-Republican Union Party so that people actually have a voice. Trump, who claims that the actual reason for Musk's anger was not the big, beautiful bill, but his plans to roll back government's electric vehicle subsidies, fired back at Tesla and SpaceX CEO shortly afterwards in a post on his Truth Social platform. You know what? I remember when they were in love and everything was computer. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far. And without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. Listen, if Russell or Keaton from Due Dissidents don't make a joke about the Afrikaners going back to South Africa, shame on them. Because now what is Trump going to deport everyone from South Africa back to South Africa? Oh, we live in a crazy timeline, beautiful people. We do indeed. Because hey, here's something from Truth Social. This is a screenshot from Tiffany Fong, who says, well, it appears that Trump and Elon are still not friends. Sad face. Oh, it's a sad face. Elon Musk knew long before he so strongly endorsed me for president that I was strongly against the electric vehicle mandate. It is ridiculous and always a major part of my campaign. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far. Without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop, head back home to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have DOGE take a good, hard look at this. Big money to be saved, triple exclamation points. Uh-oh, SpaghettiO. So, this isn't good for everybody who's involved in the sphere, because now it looks like it's going to get rough out there for everybody that is going to be part of this. And of course, here's a tweet from Easy Street. Every member of Congress who campaigned on reducing government spending and then immediately voted for the biggest debt increase in history should hang their head in shame. They will lose their primary next year if it is the last thing I do on this earth. And so now, this is a tweet from the Easy Street. Elon Musk saying me. Why is he saying me? I donated to Representative Thomas Massie's re-election campaign. Who's next? Well, it looks like Elon is. Elon's going to be donated. So Elon Musk escalated his feud with President Trump, announcing that he would be backing one of the commander-in-chief's biggest foes in Congress, Representative Thomas Massie, the libertarian leading House lawmaker who Trump has vowed to see defeated in the midterm election. Here's my criticism of it. I mean, look, I have been against money in politics. That means I don't like money in politics. But unfortunately, we have a system in which money dictates how things are done in this country. Now, Thomas Massie has called out the fact that everyone in Congress has an AIPAC babysitter. And in order to face off against the onslaught from Donald Trump, yeah, Elon's going to get involved. Now, I don't approve of this. And as you all know, I am not going to support any Democrat. I'm not going to support any Republican. And I think this is a sign of just how bad things are, because without money, nobody can really get into office. So just remember the haunting words. Just remember the haunting words from Donald Trump in the 2016 primary when money in politics was brought up. I give these people money and they do what I say. Now, I don't know what kind of deal or stipulations will happen between Thomas Massie and Elon Musk. I hope that Thomas Massie, being of principle, again, this is Congress we're talking about, will say, like, no, hey, look, I'm going to stand by my principles. And if that's the case, fine. It would be a shocking, refreshing moment. But don't worry. Look, guys, I'm so jaded. I'm already disappointed. But it's money. It's money going into his campaign. I mean, this is how it's done. And people have asked me, gee, Kit, you got a strong voice. Why don't you run for alderman or mayor of Chicago or something of that nature? Hell, I was offered by the Illinois Green Party to run for office. Guys, even running in local elections here in Chicago, Illinois, it's a fortune. And you need money backing you up. As much as I would like to do that, in theory, what's the price I got to pay for my soul? This is why I agree with Roger Meadows. Abolish all political parties, support citizen ballot initiatives, get money out of politics. This is the only way, and it has to be done through us. And if you don't live in a citizen ballot initiative state, make your state a citizen ballot initiative state. It's going to require people, not just one person. We can't vote our way out of it. And also, side note, Illinois politics is horrifyingly corrupt. Okay? That's why I tip my hat to Larry Sharp and Jose Vega. I won't sit here on this show and say, oh, I could do it. Hey, listen, you got to stomach the corruption. And New York State, just like Illinois, it's like a click, copy, paste in regards to all the corruption that you see before you. All right, just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. You know, just throw it out there. And Pat Brannigan, hey, look, I always invite conversations. Massie believes he is a representative of his constituents, which most people in the Senate and House do not believe. And I hope that's the case. So let's continue on with the rest of the article. Let's continue on because that's why we're here. So Elon Musk escalated his feud with President Trump, announcing that he would be backing the commander-in-chief's biggest foes, Representative Thomas Massie, the libertarian-leaning House lawmaker, who Trump has vowed to see defeated in the midterm election. Musk signaled that he would donate to the Kentucky Republicans' 2026 re-election campaign on X when he responded "me" to a post asking who would be backing Massie's congressional bid. Trump, meanwhile, has pledged to support whichever candidate runs in the primary against Massie, who the president lambasted as a loser and third-rate congressman in an online triad last week. Massie, 54, has been vocally opposed to the one big beautiful bill, which is if you're on Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, disability insurance, and other social safety nets, looks like you might be screwed up the wazoo. Just another way for Americans to get screwed, which is Trump's sweeping domestic policy bill and has slammed the U.S. strikes on Iran as unconstitutional. Look, hey, we should not be involved in that war. I don't want to see civilians die. I don't want to see people in Gaza die, and we've been seeing that now for over a year. I don't want to see anybody in Lebanon die. I don't want to see anybody in Syria die. I don't want to see anybody in Yemen die. I don't want to even see anybody in Israel die, and I don't want to see anybody in Iran die. I don't want civilians to die. I'm going to steal these words from Donald Trump. I want people to stop dying. But as my life has shown me, what I want never happens, does it? The Kentucky Republican additionally teamed up with Representative Ro Khanna on the bipartisan war powers resolution to stop the U.S. from getting involved in the Israeli-Iran conflict, which, guess what? Congress just crapped on. Yo, who the hell is representing us? Do we even have a Senate and House? I mean, my goodness. Listen, the Roman Empire, even the Roman Republic was corrupt, but my goodness, even they did their job once in a while. And I brought this up before, and you know what? I'm going to stand by it. And to the historian experts, please correct me if I'm wrong on this, all right? Or either that, please give me a more articulate way in stating this, okay? Because, hey, I'll step aside. If this is a correct way of saying it, I will say it correctly. But even those jag-off stupid Roman senators and consuls who didn't even know a single thing about war, when they pounded their chests and led their troops to battle, at least they were there in the front line and died with their troops. Not like our congressmen and women. Let's go to war and we're going to make some money. At least the Romans, at least even if they didn't know what they were doing, at least they died with their men. That's not saying much, but it's a lot better than what we got here now. The war words between Trump and Elon Musk erupted after the world's richest man renewed his sharp criticism of the one big beautiful bill, calling it utterly insane and political self-deletion. The Tesla boss has raged against the massive spending bill on which Trump's major policy agenda hangs on social media ahead of the Senate vote. Trump on Monday night responded with fury, threatening to unleash DOGE against Musk, the department's founder and former head, to investigate his company's government subsidies. He also warned his former ally that he may have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. So it looks like, SpaghettiOs. Will Elon Musk be deported? Possibly yes, maybe no. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe, possibly. And of course, I just want to pull this up here because this is confirmation, possibly. An interesting thing just happened. Elon Musk indicates that he'll donate to Representative Thomas Massie, to which right now, 2 hours ago, "You're awesome," to which Thomas Massie responded back, "You're too kind, but thank you. A large part of my job is to keep government from screwing things up for the engineers and entrepreneurs who make this world a better place. I don't think enough people appreciate the contributions you and your teams have made to civilization." Well, okay, that's a thing. That is a thing. That is a thing that just happened, to which I will respond back in kind. All right. It looks like there's a strong possibility that Elon Musk will be supporting Representative Thomas Massie, to which I will say this. I do invite Representative Thomas Massie to be on our show to at least discuss this ongoing feud and fight that he has with Donald Trump, as well as getting the support and endorsement of Elon Musk. But there's also a bigger picture here, and that is our system is so corrupt. Our system only runs on money. Now, I understand that there are people who really do like Representative Thomas Massie. Mastermind says Elon Musk is high again. Could be that. William Charles, drama queens. Yeah, look. BW, distracting the media. Could be that as well. Okay. It is just that. It is happening. So, and Bad Wolf, need more cowbell and distractions. And this could probably be it. One big distraction while we get screwed over by the one big beautiful bill. Never have I seen before in my entire life, the amount of politics and money being intertwined more and more and more. It doesn't matter who represents us at this point. Now, I am ever hopeful that Representative Thomas Massie remains principled. I do like the work that he does. I do like how he has been calling for Congress to be more involved with war powers and everything else. I hope that's the case. I really do. But I've always been disappointed with Congress, and I've always been disappointed with all these politicians. And tired of the lies. I'm going to give you the final word on this one. Citizenship stripped and forced to eat ass loaf. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Will Elon Musk survive DOGE? We're living in interesting times. We are. And you know what? Better yet, I'm gonna give this a shout out, all right? Because just before the show went live, our friends from Due Dissidence actually tweeted this one out. And you know what? I'm gonna give them full credit for this one, because actually sometimes I watch a video just to motivate me. Just to motivate me before I do the show. Hold on. So Elon, Due Dissidence wrote this. Elon is like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park, the villain of the first two acts, who in the end swoops in at the last minute to accidentally save the day. Just now rewatched that scene before our show goes live. Still epic to this day. I would not compare the glorious Tyrannosaurus Rex of the Tyrannosaurid family to Elon Musk, but hey, you know what? We'll see what happens. And if Donald Trump loses, I mean, it's a sign that his power is crumbling right before our very eyes. We'll see how it all plays out, my lovelies. We will see how it all plays out.